Welcome in to a Clippers Talk watch party. I'm Adam Osland. Good to be with you guys today. It's been an eventful day. Already did 2 episodes in the live section. If you want to check those out concerning the Kawhi trade being put on hold. First one, just me reacting to the news. Second one, Law Murray. So obviously that's the smarter one. But there was that breaking news. And yeah, apparently, I don't know. The Raptors just found out that, if you trade for Kawhi Leonard and you trade 2 first-round picks and VI and Grady Dick, that if for some reason Kawhi ends up being suspended or disciplined, that you can't just undo all that. You can't snap your fingers like Thanos. It's not that simple. The Clippers could have already moved those picks somewhere else. BI could be moved. It's quite complicated. But I guess today they learned from the NBA that they would have to take on that risk. And they don't want to take on that risk, which I understand. But how did they just find that out today? Why did the NBA let this go down to begin with while an investigation is still ongoing, if that was the case? What? Yeah. You know what? I'm so confounded by all this and bewildered and annoyed and aggravated. It's weird, but Pablo Torre was on PTI earlier, and he was even kind of saying the same thing. Like, how did it take this long for all of a sudden to put the trade on hold? Oh, wait, we can't trade Kawhi right now because, as we thought for a long time, maybe no one will take him given there's an ongoing investigation. But then the Raptors were going to take him. And they must have known that there was an investigation going on and that you couldn't just do away with the trade or no takebacks if for some reason Kawhi had his contract voided or suspended, even if that seems very unlikely. And now all of a sudden today, they realized that, or the NBA clarified that. I don't know, but here was Pablo Torre a little bit earlier today. We went to the bathroom. I already heard it once.
Podcast, Pablo Torre finds out. Mr. Pablo Torre. And we begin today with an NBA trade that appeared to be done, but apparently isn't. The Clippers trade of Kawhi Leonard to the Raptors is on hold until the conclusion of the NBA's investigation into whether the Clippers circumvented the salary cap with a no-show endorsement deal from Aspiration. Pablo, you uncovered the original story on your podcast. You won a Pulitzer Prize for it. What do you make of this development?
It has been 10 months since my first episode dropped, 10 months since the NBA decided to follow up with their own. We await their findings, and in the process, it has now taken 10, well, almost 10, 9 days conservatively for the NBA, apparently to inform these teams who then announced it, that this thing can't be completed. And so my question fundamentally is this: why did it take 9 days after lots of conversation for this news to break? How does that happen? It's very confusing. It's very embarrassing, I would say, for everybody involved to go through with this whole series of announcements only to say, actually, we can't quite go through with this yet.
I agree with him on that part. Why would they put the Clippers through this? Why wouldn't this have been settled beforehand? If the investigation isn't done, just say, well, maybe there can't be a pending trade for Kawhi Leonard. Maybe we wait for the dust to settle. I'm not saying that's great for the Clippers. They have business to take care of. They have business at hand. It's the offseason. They're trying to construct their team, and this whole thing taking this long is kind of unbelievable to begin with. And so was what transpired today.
documented. It's also federal investigation. So there's that. You have documents showing money in, money out. Clippers owner Dennis Law. 9 days before, as Breaker pays Kawhi Leonard. After they were 3 months late at paying him. There's so much here. It's been a lot to process, but 9 days is the need. Why are we learning about this now? Because I don't know. I have questions. So I have something about it. I thought this was a done deal. I think they shipped him out of the country, but we went to Toronto. Everybody was happy. This is fun. Do you think that there will, at the end of this investigation, do you think there will be any punishment for Kawhi and or the Clippers? According to my reporting, it would be absurd if there was. But that is according to independent journal. The question here, the backstage proceedings have to do with, was there a question? Was there a change in the question around how messaging this publicly? Or was it a change in terms of the findings of their investigation? And Tony, the NBA hired Boston Olympics, one of the greatest fighting law firms in this country. And so they have all the resources. They got the billable hours that I do not. They have all the resources to find out information. I am showing over 10 months and 11 episodes. It's there to be found. I just don't know if they want to bring it to the public. And I hope they do. That is my personal wish. Now,
All right. For what it's worth, there was Pablo Torre earlier today on PTI on the Evil 4 letter talking about the situation, to which I agree with the first part, at least. It's wild that the NBA let the trade transpire to the point where I think Grady Dick has been at the Clippers practice facility. At least that's what I was gleaning from La Murray when he came on earlier. Kawhi's in Toronto at a Blue Jays game. Like, how you let it get this far? If you know, in the end, wait. Oh, yeah, there's that investigation going on. And the Raptors might be concerned because if Kawhi is suspended and he's on their team, it's not like they can just undo the trade. It's not that simple. I don't get it. But good to be with you guys. How's everybody doing out there? We got Clippers Kings. Keaton Wagler versus Darius Acuff coming up after AJ DeMonsa had a huge dunk early on and 11 points in the first quarter, and Washington's up 89-85 on Utah. And Darren Peterson with 45 seconds left at Summer League as it opened today. This ain't the California Cup anymore, or whatever that thing is that the Clippers, for whatever reason, aren't invited to. I don't like that. What are some of the comments in here? Clippers for life. Okay. Someone saying F Pablo Torre. Okay. A little streamer said, I just highly doubt Ballmer would do it this way. Someone else blaming the law firm. It is so unbelievable that people are bringing up that the Warren report on JFK's assassination took less time than this. Like, that's what people are talking about today. That's what we've been put through here. And I'm not saying, we're all the victims here. We shall see what comes out of this. If the Clippers are exonerated or found of no wrongdoing and their offseason gets put on hold and moves like this that could have a chain reaction and a ripple effect to other moves that maybe aren't happening now because of this, I mean, that's ridiculous. But we'll see what comes out of it. Rage said they're doing good. I know the Raptors still want to get it done. I just, for the life of me, can't understand that. Oh, yeah. What if Kawhi gets suspended and he's on our team? You guys are just going to give us the pickbacks and Brandon Ingram and stuff, right? That'll just void it all? Well, what if those picks are already, I don't know, with Denver or somebody else, hypothetically? Because the Clippers are moving on with their offseason, as they should be able to. Adam Silver comes out before the finals started. This is over a month ago saying, wrap it up. We need to wrap this up. But I guess he has no power because it's an independent investigation. And I understand the law firm, they have their own reputation on the line and they're trying to be as thorough as possible. They must be for it to take this long. You can't disentangle everything after a trade. And I know it wasn't fully made and finalized here, but I'm saying for it to even get this far, where Kawhi is at a baseball game in Toronto, Grady Dick is out here, the NBA shouldn't have let it happen. If they were just going to put the kibosh on and say, oh, wait, pump the brakes. We got to wait for the investigation. We've known about the investigation. What? Why now? The Raptors just realized that Kawhi could be suspended? Or they realized they wouldn't be able to get their picks back or Brandon Ingram back, and they would have no recourse if the worst case scenario happened. But shouldn't everyone have assumed that anyways? How could you just go backwards on that? You get a time machine? That doesn't work. Primer? The movie? Stressful day. Hopefully it ends well. Keaton Wagler coming up as it looks like Washington's about to hold on. AJ DeBonza and Darren Peterson in a showdown. They play each other in high school and college. Been a lot of these. I need to find a good box score here because well, I'll need it for the Clippers game at least. What's the best summer league box score? Does NBA courtside work for that? Let me see here. That's what I like to use during Clippers games. Not necessarily summer league games. Yeah, the last game documented there with all the advanced stuff was the Knicks winning Game 5 of the NBA Finals. Congrats again. I guess I'll just go with the evil four letter still. AJ had 11 points in the first quarter. Looked all of the number one pick that he's been. 27 points total now, 7 of 18. Did go 0-5 from the outside. He looked good. So did Trey Johnson, who was just lighting things up. And Darren Peterson, 5 of 17. Started off really slow. Still ended up with 21 points. The way AJ was getting into the paint was really impressive. Turned the corner. Some were saying young T-Mac. I could see it a little bit. I think T-Mac was a little bit quicker. AJ is a little bit bigger. But so far, this draft is living up to its billing. And yes, I have the technology.
These guys are fun to watch, no doubt.
Wait, who got banged up? AJ? AJ did? First of all, it's Summer League, and Doris knows this, of course. She was alluding to it. You know, they'll put him in bubble wrap. They may play one game or two. How many did Cooper Flag play? Not many. How much? Just impressive performance. But this was just the appetizer for us, Clipper Nation. Come on now. We got Keaton Wagler's debut coming up. Peterson hit the shot at the very end. Do people bet on Summer League? Of course they do. 92-88 was the final, Washington. And here was AJ DeBonza in postgame.
It stood out to us. We talked about it on the broadcast. You mentioned your teammates as well. How much joy you get of your teammates at 16? What comes to that? I mean, it's a team game. The 5 guys on the court. I think it's fun to play when everybody's in. So, guys, all right, now let's talk about filling up tonight. 27 points. I say summer league records for a number one pick there. So, good company.
Hey.
I haven't played my former contracts at Marshall. First round, I'm sending out there to your experience thus far at Summer League to this point. I mean, it's been great. I mean, we had the rookie transition last night. Seeing all the rookies come together. I mean, I watched a couple games, been great. See 1 versus 2. You got so many games against Peterson. College down the pro level. Many more, I presume. Just great. Every time I played against this battle, North Carolina's competed. He beat me 3 times previous. So my first win, I was like, well, congratulations on that win.
Producer gotten Sedano's ear there. Now ask him about Peterson. There was AJ DeBonsa post game. Washington wins 92-88 over Utah. I do think his ceiling is higher than Peterson's. Peterson might start faster though in the league. He could be on a better team. We'll see if AD and Trae Young are actually healthy. Saw an interview with Trae Young during the game. He looks older. Elder statesman now, compared to some of the young guys on Washington. But they're both going to be fabulous. But because of his size, yeah, I understand why they took him number 1 and the injury concerns at Kansas with Peterson. Well, we got Keaton Wagler coming up. AJ got a funny voice. I like his voice. I liked his attitude there. I mean, he is the perfect franchise player to draft. He can project as a great defender because of his size as a wing. And he may be effective from day one offensively while still rounding out his game over the next 5 years before he becomes, who knows, maybe an MVP candidate out there. Yeah, he said he's fine. He's good. He'll be all right. People talking about his calf. He said it's some leg soreness. Oh, Keaton. All right. All right. I mean, they keep these games flowing. And this is the nightcap, obviously, starting at 8. But they're only 10-minute quarters. And the free throws have been sped up. You get fouled on a jump shot 2. You take 1 free throw for 2 points. You get fouled on a 3-pointer. You take 1 free throw for 3 points. Trying to keep the pace of the game, the excitement going. I'm fine with it for Summer League. I don't know if I'd ever want to see that actually at the NBA level here. All right. What we got? Over under. Keaton Wagler, 17.5 points. I'll go over. I need him to keep pace. Acuff was really good last time out. The first game, he took 29 shots. And then with what we just saw, your number 1 and number 2 pick go for AJ almost 30. And Peterson finished with 24. Yeah. DeBonsa. I've heard like both from different broadcasters. 27 for him. Got to the free throw line. 8 free throws. Peterson got there 8 times too, or 8 shots up at the line too. But so wait a second. How does that change things? Does that mean how many points at the free throw line in the box score? Like, is it actually calculating how many times they shot a free throw? Because if they reduce the amount of free throws, shooting foul, 2-pointer, 1 shot for 2. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out during this game. You guys got the over on Keaton Wagler? Here's what I'm going to say about Darius Acuff. And I said this the other day on the show. I expect him maybe to be the highest scoring rookie this season. I would not be shocked by that at all, given the situation he's in with Sacramento. I called it on Clips and Dip, kind of a tortoise in the hare situation. And maybe he's both. I don't know. I think his ceiling might be a little bit lower, but his floor is higher right now, and he's the most polished scorer. Acuff coming out next to Peterson. But if he outscores Keaton Wagler or vice versa, it's not the be-all, end-all. Nobody's being defined by what happens tonight in this game. But yeah, Acuff is going to have a longer leash, should take a lot more shots early on in his career. Kind of want to hear some of the commentators.
traded, you know, just become a great pick. Necessarily want to do. Such character. And when you know it's in the field, you're going to 6 points. When it gets to do, like, look, this time story is very granting. Like, and Jerry Starlin.
I've gone back and watched that Purdue game. A lot of it mismatch hunting, getting the big on him. Wagler taking him out, or K Dub, he likes to be called, or that's a nickname. He takes him out to deep water. I'm interested to see. Here we go. It's Keaton Wagler.
Situations obviously the guys that most of the guys never reflect together practice and work out. So you don't have to come everyone else. Really good players. It's very exciting.
There was Keaton Wagler with Ortodano there pregame. Look, everybody's going to be nervous here early on. And Summer League, if you don't know, it can kind of be pick up basketball, just roll it out there at times. You don't want it to be, but the truth is they haven't had a lot of on-court time together, working together, this crew. And they likely, a lot of these guys won't play together ever again. That's just what it is. You can't put everything into Summer League. I've seen great performances in Summer League that have not transferred to the NBA level. I've seen bad performances and guys that eventually became stars. It's a little bit of a crapshoot, kind of like the draft. I think we might get an interview with Acuff here coming up, but not the be all end all. Obviously, it's just the beginning. Keaton Wagler, still excited about it. Still hoping they play well and play together. And the Clippers, last season, they made it to the playoffs. Was it last year? I did every Summer League game. And they lost in the first round, I want to say. You guys can check me on that. Summer League stats are not easy to locate, nor the synopsis of how it went out there. But Doris was talking about the size with Keaton Wagler and just that pairing and complementary piece next to Darius Garland. I think that's a part of the reason they got him, but I also think most importantly, Clippers felt like he was best player available. But they do care about positional size, and because of that size, I think he has a higher ceiling overall than Acuff. But Acuff could come out of the gate, a bucket, averaging 20 points per game for Sacramento. I wouldn't be shocked by that at all. His game is refined, polished. He can play on ball, off ball. He can run pick and roll. He can run the show. It's just defensively. How limited is he going to be, and how much is he going to hurt your defense? I see the swell is there. Good to see. I heard they were going to be out there tonight. Love that. I'm getting FOMO now. I don't know where you guys are on the broadcast. I don't have a rewind button here at Burbank, but I'll try to timestamp some of the plays that I thought were noteworthy. Some of the highlight plays, or even some of the low light plays, where maybe Keaton Wagler has to work on this or that. But I'm not going to overly scrutinize things. So I'm seeing Cam Christie out there. There's also going to be guys that, Clippers players, G Leaguers, Summer League invite guys that I'm not going to recognize. I see Cam Christie. I see Kobe Sanders. Keaton Wagler's out there. Ooh, who else do we got? We got Norchad Omir, the Nicaraguan player, first to play in an NBA game as well. He got in late last year, 6'7". And some have compared him a little bit to Charles Barkley. I know, pump the brakes. But, we got Baba Miller too. It's only because his rebounding and motor, like he rebounds at a ridiculous rate, which is, ooh, we got Wagler on A-Cuff right off the bat. We do. A-Cuff trying to beat him on a backdoor pass. Instead, they get a dunk on the other end. So Wagler's running point. Baba Miller inbound the basketball to him, crosses the midcourt line. A-Cuff's all over him. Moves it over to Kobe Sanders on the right wing and passes it inside. And we have a foul. Omer here. I was watching some of his highlights from Miami a little bit earlier tonight. And just the high energy he plays with. And he was, if you're not aware of Norchad Omer, so he's already 24. He's been in the G League because he misses the lone free throw. It's 2-0 Sacramento. He's been in the G League for a while. Or at least last season he was with the Cavaliers and then came over to the Clippers and then played later in the season, some spot minutes here and there. It was cool to see. Ooh, we just got beat off the dribble like that. Oswald as well. Back comes Cam Christie. Cam, I mean, this is his third season. Cam Christie should be dominating now. He had some really good moments as he heads to the line, was driving right, got fouled. Cam Christie, he played well last year in the dribble drive in the summer league, but then he got a little bit banged up, I believe, and didn't get many minutes, obviously, at the NBA level. I still have high hopes for Cam Christie, and because when he was coming out, Max Christie's brother, we're watching the highlights, the jump shot is pure. It just hasn't translated that way in the G League, although he hits the lone free throw, which gives him 2 points in this game. 2-all. Kobe Sanders picking guys up full court. I like to see that. Oh, now it's Keaton Wagler matched up against A-Cuff. This is a nice little one-on-one battle here. Wagler and A-Cuff tries to shake him, pushes off. That could have easily been a foul. Sacramento gets a three-pointer up, not from A-Cuff. Nice read by him, though, 5-2. Keaton Wagler into the front court, right to left. Wagler on the left wing now, gets the switch. Wants to go to work against the big, instead gives it up to Cam Christie. Christie with it, dribble hesitation down the center of the lane. Offensive foul, a little bit out of control. Cam Christie. Clippers trailing 5-2, 8:27 left here. You guys noticing Baba Miller? It's still, I like this one-on-one matchup. A-Cuff gets up a jumper in and out. Foul line extended far side. Misses it over Keaton Wagler. Wagler's definitely hanging with him defensively so far. A-Cuff has pulled out the bag of tricks, and he's not shaking them. Enjoying that. Wagler yet to attempt a shot, though. Clippers, even in summer league, you try to establish an identity. Wagler got a little bit lost there defensively for a second on the screen. Clippers basketball down by 3. You still try to establish that identity, the same culture that they have at the NBA level with the Clippers. Oh, missed basket. Kobe Sanders put back. He wanted the foul there, got it to go. Cam Christie and Kobe Sanders should be dominating. That should not be a problem, and they have scored the Clippers 4 points so far. I don't know who that was from Sacramento, but got the up and under, draws a foul. A lot of fouls early on. Clippers down by 1 with 7:35 left. Yes, Baba Miller, as they zoom in on him, on the thinner side. He can stand to put on some more weight, but a very unique player because of his handle at that size, where some have compared him to Lamar Odom. And we love Lamar. As Keaton Wagler brings it in, A-Cuff picking him up 75 feet out. Wagler, no issue, bringing it across the midcourt line. Gets a screen. Has A-Cuff all over him on the left wing. Top side. Oh, I didn't know he had this in his bag. I didn't know about that. Wagler getting his first assist out there. Norchad from 3. I'm trying to see. Norchad shot his last year was at Baylor and he shot 29% from the outside. I don't know his G League numbers last year with the Cleveland Charge. Not the Cavaliers, the Charge. And then he came over to the Clippers. Even G League numbers are hard to find sometimes. But nice shot created by Keaton Wagler. I'm going to put that at the 7:30 mark if you want to check that out. I should timestamp that. I'll find this in my notes. Wagler now on the right wing has the ball knocked out of bounds by Acuff. He was absolutely hounding him. Obviously, he's heard the criticism about his defense. Still Clippers ball, 6:48 left. 10-7 Sacramento. Kobe Sanders, the inbounder, far side. Gets it into Norchad. To Baba Miller. To K-Dub. Back inside. Ooh, nice pass there. Okay. Norchad couldn't get it to go, but Miller was rolling to the basket and found him as Kobe Sanders just ended up hoisting one up at the end of the possession. It was a great feed from Baba Miller showing off a little bit of that passing. Let's see, 6:45 mark. Baba to Norchad. Okay. Keaton Wagler got crafty and drew the foul, spinning into the lane. I don't know who they called that on. There were 4 Kings on him as he was going to the left side of the basket. 6:13 left. Wagler to the free throw line. 1 for 2 or 2 for 1. Best two-way player from Central America. Nicaraguan. First player at the NBA level. All right. Wagler's first points. Oh. I don't know if that was a broadcaster jinx. It ripped in and out if you couldn't hear. 6 minutes left in the first. Clippers down by 3. Wagler had a chance to get 2 points there. I like the aggressiveness gains to the basket, though, forcing the issue there from Wagler as Sacramento throws it into the stands. Clippers basketball. That little spinning game using the off arm, I think for him, it offsets the lack of athleticism at times as we hit a commercial break. I think Wagler, he needs that part of his game, but to do it at the NBA level, he has to continue to get stronger. I know he put on 20 pounds from the beginning of the season at Illinois to the NBA Combine. He went from 168 to 188. No, this is casual play-by-play. This is just here and there. You want the real stuff. I'll do that another time. Somebody was given an MVP chant? Wait, was that for Wagler? Was that the swell? Norchad Omier, his hustle and his energy I really like. But I'm interested to see the level of athleticism in the summer league from K-Dub. I need to see it. So far, he set up Norchad for a nice 3-pointers. He drew the double. I know Norchad was like that, but maybe he improved in the G League because his college career, he shot 31% from 3. And he bounced around a little bit. Norchad, Arkansas State, Miami, then Baylor. So 5-year guy. All right. 3-point game, 5:55 left. Here we go. The wall's real. It travels. Kobe Sanders, right elbow jumper, short off the front iron. Ball goes out, though, on Sacramento. Back to the Clippers here. We have a substitution. I think our guy, who am I looking at here? Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull up the NBA Summer League box score. I think Sean Padula's in. Ooh, Baba Miller again with a drive and create. Unfortunately, they couldn't help him out with the assist, but Baba Miller moving at that size, guys, he was 6'11", flat-footed at the combine. That was the 530 mark. Baba driving baseline. Showing off just an incredible handle for that size. Now A-Cuff is that Padula? Let's see who's on him right now. They still have Keaton Wagler on the floor. Yeah, that is Sean Padula, who we saw a little bit in the big leagues last season. All right, Baba Miller has his man isolated, far side short corner. Is he going to try to go to work? Loses the basketball, picks it back up, falls to the floor, bounce pass, Norchad, three-pointer off the mark, rebounded by Cam Christie and put back in. 10-9. Baba Miller, a little too much dip on his chip there. After we saw some really encouraging plays with his handle, he tried to go one-on-one on his man. Ended up losing it for a second, picked it back up and kicked it out, though. Made the right play. Sacramento three-pointer. Clippers down by 4 with 4:22 left. Sean Padula, a little crossover move, driving left. Keeps his pivot and now throws it away. Sacramento has numbers left to right. So the sloppiness is going to be there. As we get a back and forth track meet, all of a sudden Sacramento misses. Here comes Cam Christie. He loses the basketball. Ball goes back to the Clippers, though, out of bounds on the baseline. It's what Summer League ball is about. It's not even so much because people think, well, it's a lack of skill or this or that. It's a lack of continuity. It's guys that just haven't played together much. Nick Martinelli has entered the ball game. He came in for Baba Miller. Just saw Coach Lou there. A long two-pointer from Cam Christie. Nylon, as Carlo would say. Oh, Sean Padula stole the inbounds pass. I got it back. Sacramento with it. Okay, this is getting real sloppy. A-Cuff loses it the other way. Nick Martinelli, though, with a nice bounce pass inside, and Cam Christie gets it to go once again on the right block, and the Clippers have a 1-point lead at 14-13. 3:43 left here. Okay, a little bit of controlled chaos. Nick Martinelli with a really nice pass there. I got to put that down in my nose. What was that about? 340, 350 mark? Martinelli finds Cam Christie. Just in case somebody's listening to the podcast later, they can look for these plays. I don't know if that's helpful at all, but what the hell else am I doing? All right. I see Brian Shaw there, Lawrence Frank, Coach Lou. Padula took a brutal hit. That can also happen. Guys are just out of control. Guys are playing hard. They're just not playing connected in Summer League. They got a ton to prove, though. Kobe Sanders doubled momentarily, throws it inside. And was that? Okay. Who's 42? Zach Fremantle. Like I said, there's going to be guys that I really don't recognize. He's going to the free throw line. Zach Fremantle, he's been in the G League with the Clippers, I believe. Yeah, he's been with the San Diego Clippers. Oh, he played at Xavier. He went undrafted in 2025. He joined the Orlando Magic Summer League last year. And then he got an Exhibit 10 deal with the Clippers. He was waived September 27th. He joined the San Diego Clippers. How'd Sacramento get a bucket? 17-16. Kings up by 1. All right, Fremantle topside now, looking for Martinelli. Instead, puts the ball on the floor and gives it up. Kobe Sanders back to Fremantle, lost the basketball. Yeah, these guys haven't played much together. They don't have those reps. It's going to take some time here. Ball is on the floor. I mean, it has gotten, some would say, put a tent on it. It's a circus out there. But this is summer league as Nick Martinelli spins in the lane, draws the foul. He's got a handle on him. Maybe at some point I'll play. He was interviewed the other day at the Clippers practice facility. What do we got in the chat as they go to commercial? Some people are already saying Wagler got a way to go. He's played 5 minutes, my guy. Relax. I've seen, Kobe Brown, I remember had that big, 36-point game in Summer League. Did it mean that he was a high-level NBA role player even? That hasn't manifested itself. Get this guy off my mantle. Cam Christie, Kobe Sanders. Honestly, they're probably too good for Summer League. Kobe Sanders started 16 games last season for the Clippers as a rookie, but it's still good for them. And Cam still has to show more. This is his make or break season. Very important for Cam Christie, these minutes. Now, if he actually gets some time with the big club, that's obviously going to define him as an NBA player. But last Summer League, I should say, with Cam Christie, he was good. There were a lot of encouraging signs out there. I kind of was expecting a little bit more going into the G League, where I don't think he shot it well from three again, as I'm trying to pull up the shooting splits here. What are they interviewing here? That's King. We don't care. Let's see. Cam only played 2 games. How much was he banged up last year? Cam Christie. As Martinelli hit the free throw. Clippers back up by 1 at 18-17. How much he was up for 55 games last season. I know point of emphasis for the Clippers was getting guys up and playing with the big boys a little bit more. As Keaton Wagler's back out there on the floor. Any other names I don't recognize? See Sean Padula with the double zeros here. Let's see, topside still Kobe Sanders, who's kind of the release foul. Little floater now from Martinelli. Got it to go at the dotted line from 9 feet out. Nice feed from Kobe Sanders. Martinelli got to drop. 2017, Clippers by 3. Martinelli played 4 years at Northwestern, if you didn't know. He has a polished offensive game, but it's he has talked about his lack of athleticism. He did shoot 42% on 3-pointers last season at Northwestern, Martinelli, and that was at 3 attempts per game. I like what he said recently. He knows he's back at the bottom of the food chain after being at the top of it in college, where he was the go-to guy. But he sounds motivated, eager to learn and to work and to show. Because he said when he was a young guy at Northwestern, he had to prove to other guys at practice that he was good enough to where he got seniors to say, hey, you need to play this young kid. This young kid's going to be really good. Martinelli, almost got the and one. He'll be going to the free throw line for 1. As he had a nice feed on the right block. Hit the hardwood. And kind of slapped his hand on it in frustration because he wanted the and one there. Minute left. Clippers up 2017. 104 remaining on top of Sacramento. But he's physical. There's that toughness aspect. And it sounded like the Clippers told him one of the reasons they brought him in is he hits the free throw for 22-17 Clippers. I think they want to surround Martinelli a little bit late on a closeout there. Sacramento has a three-pointer. They want the young guys, even like Keaton Wagler, whoever, to have a little bit more experience with guys around them from college. So I know you guys have joked in the past about, Clippers are old, they're drafting old guys like that. I think they feel like it can expedite the learning process a little bit. As Martinelli, spinning a little jumper on the left block, couldn't get that to go. But they want to see, I'm guessing, if you can kind of insulate a young guy with Keaton Wagler, obviously just turned 19 4 months ago, with, college vets like Martinelli that has a little bit more seasoning, and he knows, it's going to be tough for him to stay in the league and all that, but he's grateful to be there. But he's somebody that can help. Oh, there's Joey Lynn. Maybe even because of the age difference between him and another rookie, just with how many years he played at Northwestern, he can still aid Keaton Wagler a little bit, who has the ball topside, dribbles left, step back, three-pointer left wing, can't get it to go, a little bit long. Was there a foul on the floor? Off a high screen on Keaton Wagler. Well, Wagler goes scoreless in the first quarter. That's okay. I think Peterson went scoreless in the first quarter a little bit earlier. 10-minute quarters, by the way. Wagler just getting it off before the buzzer. But that philosophy by the Clippers, as I go back to what I was saying with Nick Martinelli, of, wanting an older guy to help out the younger guys, even though they're both rookies, it's kind of interesting. He also talked about how he's interested to match up against guys that he watched in college that he didn't play against. Say he's a basketball junkie, Martinelli. And so when he's watching, he's comparing himself to those guys, and now he'll have an opportunity. I expect him to play in every game, stay healthy, of Summer League. Somebody said, when Kobe Sanders' mustache ever comes in completely, league's finished. Yeah, it's going to take a couple of years for Keaton Wagler to find out what they have with him. I agree. People are going to freak out immediately and be like, oh, Acuff is this good already. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow is pro. And we're not just comparing these two guys. They just happen to be playing tonight. But the other guards in the draft, some of them are going to be ahead of Keaton Wagler because of his age. But tortoise in the hare. We'll see how it turns out in the end. I mean, these are as reactionary of takes as you can have already. It's going to be okay. Yeah, guys are probably a little bit sped up and excited, and there's some nerves out there tonight. Not Cam Christie, though, as he spins, a little floater, fouled. Looked like he sold some contact there. Cam Christie getting into his acting bag. He definitely accentuated the contact. I don't know how much there was. Clippers leading by 2. Start of the second quarter, 22-20. Tortoise in the upper lip hair for Kobe Sanders specifically. Frankie needs to relax. All right. We all need to relax. If Keaton went for 25 and 10 assists in this game, I would still say relax. It's Summer League. Again, I've seen too many good performances from guys that never make it in the league and too many bad ones from guys that do. It's not everything. Sacktown hits a 3. Clippers lead by 1. Sean Padula is, a serviceable G League point guard that case of emergency break glasses. He takes a 3-pointer. Oh, misses everything on the left wing. Oh, drew the foul though. Padula to the line for 3, but 1 for 3. 1 free throw for 3 points. That's going to apply a lot of pressure here. You guys tell me what you think about this rule. It does put the emphasis, hey, you better make this. 3 points. Oh. Wait. So wait a second. The entire idea of taking 1 free throw for 1, 2, or 3 points is to speed up the game. And now we're slowing the game down here. Oh, you know what? That did my guy Padula dirty. That was a Zaza Pachulia-like play on Padula. Reckless closeout, I'd say. 3 shots on the ball. I'm fine with this rule, by the way, for the Summer League. Good with it. Makes total sense. I do not want it at the NBA level. I really hope we're not heading in that direction. Padula looks very young. Knock it down. We did this rule to speed up the game, and now we're taking forever with this. Yeah, this is not college ball. Well, the level of players you have out there is stronger. The skill level, they haven't played together. They haven't built up any chemistry at all. It's completely different. All right. Come on, Sean. They showed him no love. Sean's trying to get the ball early from the official, almost like he wanted to get a practice shot in. I don't know. He's 1 free throw to rule them all. 1 for 3. Come on, Sean. There is a pressure aspect to this now. And you don't get a chance to dial it in after missing the first and knowing what you need to do. Netted it. 27-23 Clippers. Padula showed no fear. 9 minutes left here in the second quarter. Ooh, nice defensive play there. Who was that? All right. New Clipper on the court. Who is this? Number 35. Riley Kugel. Riley Kugel. Unfamiliar with his game. Call me a casual if you must. There's multiple guys out there that I really have no idea about. Who just shot that? We just had a gunner out there. Baba Miller with the putback. Got it to go eventually, but I think there was a foul beforehand on the second tip in from him. Riley Kugel. He played at UCF. Is he an Exhibit 10 guy? So he played at Florida, Mississippi State, UCF. He averaged 14 last year. He shot 39% from the outside. Okay. He's a guard at 6'5", 207. Baba Miller with the free throw gets it to go. That'll count for 2. 29-23. 8 minutes left. Who else is on the floor currently? Clippers getting deep into their bag in their roster right now. Cam Christie, Padula, Baba Miller, all recognizable. Riley's out there, and then there's number 44. Fletcher Lawyer. Let's see what old Fletcher is from here. Oh, he was at Purdue. He was a Boilermaker. Okay. Okay. He shot 43%. God, he shot, 41% for his career. 4-year guy, averaged 14 per game last year. In other words, Keaton Wagler dropped 46 on his team, Purdue. There's Cam Christie on the right wing to Padula cross court, near side corner 3 off the backboard, off the rim and off. 29-23. Sacramento with the ball, but trailing by 6. It's not a cohesive unit you're seeing out there from either team. And guys obviously are under a ton of pressure and have different agendas. And, I'm hoping they play together and come together as a team, but it's asking a lot for a couple of practices. And then you're thrown out there into summer league. A-Cuff's back on the floor. Keaton Wagler currently off of it. Padula, a dangerous pass, gets knocked out of bounds by Sacramento back to the Clippers. But this is summer league. This is summer league. Yeah, Wagler is getting coached up on the sidelines right now. They talked about his problem solving a lot, and they like that part of his game. Well, he's yet to score. He did have a nice assist on a 3-pointer. And speaking of Riley, oh, my guy. Riley Kugel just knocked down a 3-pointer on the left wing. Smooth release there. Shot 38% in his senior year. And zero hesitation on that shot as A-Cuff gets a little floater to go over Padula, mid-post far side. Yeah, I need Keaton Wagler back out on the floor. Padula's having trouble just getting the ball into the front court against A-Cuff right now. Come on, Padula. Come on, Sean. Oh, drives down the middle of the lane, scoop shot, fouled. That was aggressive. For a second there, it looked like Padula was losing his handle against A-Cuff, reset, got the ball back, and drove straight down the center of the lane. Goes back to the free throw line. Fearless. Got knocked on his ass, too. Where are we at timestamp-wise? Why are you guys hating on Christie like this? I don't like that. 35 is Fletcher Lawyer from Purdue. No, that would be Riley Kugel. Fletcher Lawyer is 44. We're going to learn about some of these guys together, and I hope they have long, prosperous careers. But I know how things go at Summer League. But it kind of raises the stakes as Keaton Wagler is set to check back in. Next dead ball, next time out here. At least it looks like. They are playing for something. A-Cuff is trying to fry Padula on the right wing and now wants to back him down, uses his size. The double comes, gets out of his hands momentarily back to A-Cuff. Now we got a 35-foot 3-pointer from Sacktown. It doesn't go, but they grab the rebound. A-Cuff right wing 3, bottom. 34-28, 6 minutes left here in the second. Keaton Wagler waiting to check back in. I need a dead ball. I need a timeout to get him back in. Ah, my guy, Fletcher. I couldn't get the straightaway 3-pointer to go. 6 minutes left. A-Cuff is just hunting right now. Sacramento topside 3-pointer. That's off the mark. Another offensive rebound. Clippers playing small at the moment. Bobo Miller is the biggest guy out there. We're taking a timeout. I expect Keaton Wagler after the break. Keaton Wagler, I expect him to get his first bucket after the break. They're trying to hurt Sean Padula. Was he burning a cuff? I don't know if he was burning a cuff, Damien. But I like Padula. I mean, Christie, this is his third summer league. He better be playing well. Yes, he has 11. A lot of work at the free throw line. So it says 2 for 2, but those 2 that he hit, I think each counted for 2 points, Cam Christie, because he's 3 of 4 from the field with a 3-pointer. And so that's 7, and then 2 more buckets. Yeah, that's why he has 11. It's math. It's arithmetic. Martinelli, also 2 of 2 at the charity stripe, and has 6 points. Well, how could that be? Because each of those shots counted for 2 points. It's just a little wrinkle thrown in summer league. That's okay. Padula with 5 off of 2 free throws. He hasn't made a shot. He's got 2 free throws made, but one of them counted for 3 points, one counted for 2, hence the 5 points. It's strange. Some are saying Wagler's a little bit stiff. Guys, he's hardly played. He's played 6 minutes so far. Relax. Do I like the new rule? I like it in summer league. I don't want to see it outside there. They're talking about JVG, Jeff Van Gundy, as Wagler's back out on the floor. Ooh, picks up a cuff, goes behind his back, has him on the right wing, gets the right elbow, pull up short. Sacramento almost had the rebound again, but Baba Miller came up with it. They called a foul on Miller underneath the basket. I like that effort we saw. We're talking Jeff Van Gundy. It's a basketball sicko. Thanks for not leaving. All right, 5.5 minutes left here in the second quarter. A cuff with Wagler on him. I like the defense from Wagler. Ooh, well defended. They call that a foul? That was good defense. I like what we're seeing from Wagler so far, D'd up on A-Cuff. I've been most impressed with that part of his game. I mean, A-Cuff had the push-off. If there was a foul, it was before that. That's why Wagler's wondering what happened there. Yeah, he probably caught him initially as he was driving to get to the free throw line. A-Cuff on Wagler on the other end. Who's on the floor now? I got to get reoriented. Miller topside. Oh, find him on the backdoor cut. Miller had Wagler, and he turned it over. Wagler's about to get his first points as a Clipper on the right baseline. Wagler back on A-Cuff. Try to set a screen, bounce pass inside. Sacramento and 1. Nice little pick and roll action. Does anybody else like the way Wagler's moving defensively for the most part? A-Fish is saying that wasn't a foul either. I think it was a foul earlier than the one they actually called. Wagler was kind of confused by that. 36-32. So this free throw is just for 1 point because it is an and 1. It's a rare 1 point free throw make. If he gets it, oh my goodness. He threw that to the heavens. That was not the prettiest shot. I don't know who that was from Sacramento, but he got it to go. Wagler into the front court as he was getting picked up in the back court there by one of the Kings bigs. He got the ball into the front court anyways. A-Cup waiting for him there. Gets the screen. Wagler kicks it to Christie. He goes baseline. Christie hands it off to his big. Back out. Straight away. Three-pointer. Keaton Wagler's first points as a Clipper. 39-33. Welcome to the Clips, K-Dub. You love to see it. The confidence there. And right back on defense against A-Cuff, who continues to go behind his back multiple times to try to shake Wagler. And there's a foul away from the basketball. Offensive foul in Sacramento. Okay. That three-point shot was wet. There's the problem solving. That's what I wanted to see. Can the Clippers inbound the ball, though? I don't want to go back to some of those memories from last year. Can they inbound the ball? Did they just turn that over? I think they did. Who's that out off of? No, it's still Clippers ball. I don't know. That shooting stroke from Keaton Wagler, guys. Not bad. Kind of reminds me of Jamal Murray. Wagler, he's gotten that comp. Oh, great feed from Wagler over the double team to his rolling big. That's what I'm talking about. He found his man in Omier there. That's the pass you got to make at that position, and he did it. Let's see. That was at the 4:07 mark. They trapped Wagler, and he was able to get the pass of the roller. Omier, unfortunately, turned it over afterwards. Here's Cam Christie. Uh-oh, Martinelli spinning in the lane. Looked like he got fouled pretty easily there. Okay, they finally blew the whistle. I think they're talking about it too. That's it. That's one of the things I talked about looking at his highlights and just how good he is. And finding the short roll, or the man in the short roll when he gets double blitz trapped when they fire on him. Oh, steal by Wagler on A-Cuff. Game slowing down now. Martinelli down the left alley. Martinelli loses his dribble, loses the basketball. Oh, that was a disastrous possession, unfortunately. 39-33. Clippers still up by 6. But Wagler picked A-Cuff. Okay. Second stint, Wagler's built different. Is it just me? Wagler steal around, what, 3:35 mark? Near sideline? I got Omier. Sacktown misses a 3 ball. And foul on Wagler. Underneath, battling. I don't know. I'm encouraged. Everybody overreacting to the first stint from Keaton. What about now? I like that he has not been afraid at all to guard A-Cuff in this game. A-Cuff the same way. He's picking up Wagler full court here. Wagler brings it in, crosses the Summer League half-court logo. Ooh, puts a little right forearm to A-Cuff before he gives it up to Martinelli. Martinelli with it, looking for a teammate. Finds Omier. Omier looking for Christie, DHO. Christie drives the lane. Christie puts it up and has a shot rejected at the rim. Christie won the fouls. He looks up at the referee. That was not his prettiest moment as Sacramento gets a dunk on the other end. 1-point game, 2:39 left. You see it a lot in Summer League. Physical defense and guys being picked up as Wagler draws a foul. No? What do they call that? Who set that screen? They pick up guys often full court in Summer League. Right. They care. They're playing hard. They're not always playing together. Oh, that was Clifford from Sacramento with that last dunk. Where's Kobe Sanders? I mean, was that Sanders who got the pick? I need a bigger TV in this studio. That was Sanders on A-Cuff. That's my fault. The TV is 19-inch. Gonna need a bigger boat, bigger TV. You can understand what the haircut. It is somewhat easy to get them confused. Maybe during halftime, we'll play Baba Miller's interview the other day. Let's see. Baba Miller or Martinelli? Who do you want to hear from? They talk with the media at practice. Where do I find Clippers? Sorry, I'm just talking to myself here. Keaton Wagler has hops. You guys are saying the haircut gets you confused too. Okay, but Wagler is the one who hit that three ball. I know that. All right. And now he's going to inbound the basketball. Number 1 on the near sideline. All right. Here's Kobe Sanders. Drives right. Oh, has the ball tipped away, and back comes Sacramento. My goodness, Acuff. Well, no, who was that? Yeah, Acuff just took it coast to coast, left to right, and won. 2:21 left. Clippers currently up by 1. Sacramento has a chance to tie it. I mean, most of this was expected for me. Acuff's going to get off to the faster start. That's what I was assuming. You guys want to hear from Baba at halftime? Let Keaton Wagler run the second unit with Brooke. Brooke's in the first unit right now, guys. Just so you know, that's your starting center currently. I don't know if that's changing. Wagler on Acuff. Top side, three-pointer, short, put back jam. I don't know who had that for Sacramento, but Wagler's defense on Acuff has been really good. Or was that Kobe Sanders? Just look at the numbers. Yeah, Acuff has already played a couple of games. His first, he took 29 shots. I don't know if the Clippers will be letting that happen for anybody on their roster, even Keaton Wagler. Currently leading the Clippers in this one, as they do trail by 1 at 42-41. As you have to calculate the new free throw system here. Still Cam Christie with his 11 points. Okay, where is? Oh, they got Shampadula on Acuff. I think he did a nice job, actually. They trapped him a little bit. Kings getting offensive rebounds on us. I don't love to see that. I need Baba Miller to clean the glass. You'll hear from him at the half, but he is someone who has a lot of maturity to understanding his role and how he can get on the court right away. And it is doing the little things. And that's what really maybe who he's going to be early on in his career. Just somebody that's kind of like a multi-tool Swiss Army knife. Kings back up by 2 minutes, 21 left. Padula and Wagler out there on the floor, so Wagler's playing off ball now at the 2. Basketball, ball on the floor. Here comes Acuff with Wagler on him. Tries to push him. Kings put back. No. All right, Wagler. K-Dub. Some nice transition defense there. Hanging with Acuff a little bit. And I thought that could have been trouble. Clips and Foe. You go Moses Malone with it? Yeah, I don't know. Wagler's defense, like his foot movement, his quickness there on that end is very encouraging. That honestly is probably the biggest revelation so far. Like if he can slide his feet like that, if he can hang with a cuff like that, then I think that might tell you his offensive game is just more at his tempo. It's not that he can't speed up, turn the corner ever. So a little bit more explosiveness. He is somebody that plays at his speed, his pace out there. 20 seconds left here in the half. Clippers trailing by 3. Wagler with it. Left wing. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Wagler might take the final shot just like he did to end the first quarter. Screen from Cam Christie. Wagler tries to lose his man. Now spins. Uses that spin move into the lane. Draws the foul. I'm assuming 0.6 seconds left. That spin move from Wagler is patented. Did they give him an offensive foul? What was the call there? Did they call off arm? I wouldn't say no, Peyton Watson. What was the call there? Did they call off arm? Who was that on? Where is the play-by-play game log? I got it right here. If it works for Summer League. Oh, that was end of shot clock? It was a shot clock violation on Wagler before the foul. You know, you can say this for a lot of guys in Summer League. Like, you know how many guys you could say that about that need to add muscle? Yeah, 44-second violation. It looked like there was a foul, but shot clock first. Everybody's saying bad call. We are in mid-season form, Clipper Nation. We're wearing our rose-colored Clippers glasses and just thinking everything's going against them, even with the calls in Summer League. All right, what do we got? How much time left here? Did they call it? Did they go to the half? No, 1.1 seconds left. Every second counts, says the Bear. Cinematography in season 5 is killing me. Way too much lens flare. Feels like Jar Jar Abrams. King's ball, 1.1 seconds left, 44-41. I have no idea who's on the floor outside of a cuff. I don't know if they're going to be able to get it to him. They can't. They hoist a 3 ball off the mark. That's how the half will end, 44-41. Sacramento by 3 at the half, leading your LA Clippers. Cam Christie with 11. Keaton Wagler with 3 on a 3 ball, top side. His first points as a Clipper. Kobe Sanders with 2 with the starters. Baba Miller has 4, but everything's at the charity stripe for him off the bench. Nick Martinelli got 1 to go, has 6 points, and Shapadula with 5. All right, here was Baba Miller at Media Availability Day with the Clippers 3 days ago.
Can you tell us a little bit about what the last couple of weeks have been like for you, from getting drafted to getting here to now getting ready for Summer League?
It's been great just being out here in LA, getting to meet everyone in the organization, the coaches, the players. It's been really good. It was getting here the day after the draft and getting right to work. So we're getting ready for Summer League.
What was your reaction to getting drafted here? What were those emotions like on draft night?
It was great. Just knowing that I was going to be able to have a chance to be on the NBA team was crazy, and especially the Clippers and a great organization. I came here, worked out, got to meet the front office, and I feel like, I don't know, I was just really happy that I was able to go somewhere where I feel like they understand what I can bring to the team and who I can become eventually, and they believe in me. So I'm really happy.
What was it about? You said you enjoyed the facility and meeting the front office. I know you've met the coaches. What stands out? What makes you like it here?
I don't know. I feel like everything is really like organized. Like everything, everybody's kind of on the same page. Like I don't know, like very consistent work. Everything's very professional, obviously. But I don't know, just getting consistent work. Like very detailed to each player. Like what we need to work on. Like me, obviously, I'm in the weight room a lot, getting my body right, working on extra stuff outside of practice with Coach Jay and stuff. So it's been really good.
Uh, Justin Russo, nice to meet you. On draft night, Trent Redden, after you got picked, we'll talk about your journey and how maybe when you went to college, you thought you'd be a one and done player, but you spent 4 years. How have you seen that process and how has that kind of helped you going into the NBA, going through a process where maybe it didn't work out exactly how you thought it would, but you've adapted?
I feel like that's the key, just being able to adapt. I've been in different schools, different journeys, different roles, and I feel like I've been able to adapt successfully where I've been. So I feel like making this jump to the pros now is going to be the same. I mean, I'm probably going to face adversity at some point. I feel like my whole career, I've been preparing for this moment. So I feel like I'm ready.
Learn something about yourself through all that?
Yeah, just how resilient I've become. Just facing different stuff that you maybe don't expect, and just being able to manage it, push through, and just become a better person and player.
Yeah, but all very athletic. That's congrats. So you've got the ability to handle the ball and pass and make plays for your teammates. How did you develop that over the course of your basketball activity sport?
I feel like that came pretty early. I started playing the wing when I was probably like 14, 15. And from then on till college, I kind of played on the perimeter. And then when I got to college was where I kind of started playing inside again, playing more of the big. And I feel like it kind of just translated into a role at Cincinnati where I was able to do both, kind of handle the ball, play make for my teammates, and at the same time still be able to guard different positions, set pick and rolls, be a loud threat, run the rim. So I feel like everywhere I've been, I kind of picked up on stuff and it's helped me become who I am today. I mean, I feel just when I have the freedom to kind of roam and find pockets to play make and create for my teammates. And then just to like dynamic play stuff. The NBA is really up and down. A lot of good players that play freely. So I feel like I can like impact that just by my dynamic type of play style.
Billy Wentworth with Gillette. Nice to meet you. Just with the conversation that you've had with your organization at this point, and then also just the expectations that you have self individually, how do you anticipate impacting the team this season, not just in summer league, but beyond?
I feel like bringing stuff that I can do immediately. Defense, energy, rebounding. I feel like that's stuff that is valuable in the league nowadays, especially at my size, being able to go to different positions. So I feel like just focusing on that from the jump, so that I can have a niche that kind of makes me different. And then I feel like everything else will kind of come over time. Like feel like you just don't come into the league and be able to just do whatever you want. You gotta adapt to the team, try to be a positive asset, and try to help get more wins.
Just being very detailed about the process. Like, how was it for you? And who were some guys that you went against? How do you feel like that workout went?
The workout was good. I think I was going against Yaxel. It was pretty good. We competed, played a lot of one-on-ones, 3-on-3 full courts. I feel like I did pretty solid. I don't think it was my best one, but I think I did a pretty good job of showing overall what I can do when it comes to passing, pushing the break, guarding, attacking closeouts. So it was pretty good.
So you felt like it wasn't the best one, but I know Lawrence is very big on body language, how you acted throughout the whole workout. What are some things he told you that he liked about you throughout the workout? He did say that.
Yeah, I don't think we really talked about that, but I could definitely ask him after what he thought about the workout. But I talked to him right after the workout. He kind of asked me like kind of my background, like my whole experience through college and stuff. So, but we didn't really talk about the specific workout.
Like, I remember when the first game over here, you know, see
How do you feel like your game has developed? And now that you've been able to play on success. I feel like just physically, I've developed a lot throughout my 4 years in college, learning how to like play with more physicality, more pace. Then also kind of adapting to my role. I kind of came as more of like a wing, 3-man. Now I'm more of like a 4-man big that can do different things to kind of just adapt into whatever the teams I've been on needed from me. But yeah, I feel like especially that, just like continuing to build on my body and getting stronger. I feel like that's the main key for me.
First,
All right, there was Baba Miller. I'll put the video back on. That was your halftime show. Clippers trailing 44-41 to Sacramento in Summer League game number 1. Baba Miller with 4 points, all at the charity stripe where he's 2 for 2. And, you get fouled, it's a shooting foul, and you take one shot, and it's 2 points in the Summer League. Sometimes 3 points, like what we saw with Sean Padula, who has 5 points, even though he's 0 of 2 and 2 of 2 at the free throw line. The math ain't mathin'. It kind of is. It's a bit of a rule change here. I think we got second half action coming up because these aren't 15-minute halftimes or 14-minute halftimes. Keaton Wagler, just 3 points. First shot made as a Clipper, 3-pointer, top of the arc. And it was good to see because at times he definitely, has not been as assertive so far. Maybe not as comfortable in his first game, understandably. Acuff already got a couple games under his belt. He's got 12 points. Cam Christie leads the Clippers with 11, 3 of 5 shooting. It's his third Summer League. You'd expect it. Somebody was calling him a ball hog earlier. The game has slowed down for him. Now, he still has a lot to prove to get NBA minutes, of course. You guys saying Baba secured a 2+2 contract? I would say Wagler in that pass when the double team came over was very encouraging to the roller. If you're already down on Wagler's play because of 10 minutes in a Summer League game. And we're back, third quarter action. They're talking Acuff. Kobe Sanders had a little bit of elevation there down the left side. Kind of double clutched it. Was fouled. He'll take one shot for 2 points. But Keaton Wagler still matched up with Acuff. Probably the best part of his game was his defense in the first half. I think Acuff had 1 bucket on him. That's it. He played him close. Got hit with a tough foul. But there's a lot of processing speed that still has to come with just easing your way into the game here. Kobe Sanders makes the free throw and Clippers trail by 1 here in the third quarter. Just 10-minute quarters in Summer League. And you got 10 fouls if you need them. Wagler's got switched onto a big, who we went baseline with back out to the far side corner. Now Acuff draws a foul, a shooting foul on Cam Christie, who had his hands up. So that wasn't on me. That was a tough call as well. Acuff already getting that whistle. That's what it feels like. That star whistle. Sacramento, that was definitely their guy. They identified early on. I think the Clippers, they feel confident about Keaton Wagler in the long run. He's going to have the higher ceiling and be the better player. Acuff hits the free throw. I'm not surprised that he's gotten off to the faster start. Even though it's Summer League, he's gotten a couple of games in already, and I expect him to average 20 a game in Sacramento this year. Here's Kobe Sanders backing him down. Instead, kicks it out. O'Meara with a 3-pointer. Made one earlier. This time it's short. Sacktown with the board. Clippers trailing by 3 as Sacramento gets an easy run out with Neat Clifford, I think, with the throwdown on the back end of that. But Wagler brings it back into the front court left to right, gets a screen, gets Acuff off of him, takes a foul. Okay, was that a foul or was that – I didn't hear. Yeah, he got swatted on the left elbow there. Wagler's now he's the inbounder on the far side baseline. Gets the ball back topside as Acuff on him. Gets around a screen, short this time on the 3-pointer. Acuff with the long rebound. Kings up by 5. 8:48 left here in the third. Now it is Sanders on Acuff. As I'm making sure to look at their number and not the hair at this point, who misses a turnaround jumper. Long outlet pass up ahead to Kobe Sanders, who punches it with the right hand. Clippers still trailing by 3. Sanders with the defense leading to a little bit of cherry picking on the other end. Who's making the claw comparison for who? Who's the claw comparison? Oh my God. Omier almost got yammed on. I don't know who that was from Sacktown. Thought I saw Stromile Swift for a second. 8:15 left. Kings at the free throw line. Third quarter. Let me read the comment section. There's Kawhi comparisons for who? The people are upset with the fouls being called. Clippers getting the raw deal in Summer League? Say it ain't so. Here comes Keaton Wagler into the front court near sideline. Acuff greets him. Another screen. Wagler drives left, loses the basketball momentarily, picks up his dribble and gives it up to Sanders. Sanders on the left wing. Has whoever the hell 33 is on him. Launches a long 3-pointer, short. 4 possession there, but that's a Summer League possession. Maybe that's what we'll call bad possessions at the NBA level. That's a Summer League possession right there. Oh, now they're calling the Clippers for a foul on the other end on Nick Clifford. He's getting the star whistle too. I'm with you guys. What is this? Foul on Baba Miller. Okay. Baba did grab him there at the end, but it looked like an offensive foul on Clifford before that. Miller is Baba Miller. Slender. Can stand to put on 15 pounds. Easy. Light work to be heavier. Wagler with Acuff on him. Far sideline. Backing him down. Looking for help. Gives it the basketball to Omier. Omier pass inside to Kobe Sanders, who had bad intentions again, but draws the foul. That better not be out on the Clippers. That better be a foul. Yeah, I think Sanders going to the free throw line. Obviously, I don't know the sound on. No, know what the whistles and some of the calls are right now. Need Clifford call for the foul. Yeah, I do think Wagler's not going to get as much time and opportunities as Peterson or AJ or Acuff as he heads to the bench. Not even 3 minutes into the half. He looks a little bit gassed. Maybe a adrenaline dump. Here's Acuff into the front court. Makes a dangerous pass, but Sacramento holds on to it. These guys are more polished offensive players at the moment. As we just had a wedgie. Was it atomic? What does that mean at the NBA level? Clippers trailing the Kings by 5. Homer grabbed it. No need for the broom. Now he'll go for the jump ball. I like his activity a lot. Oh, Sacramento almost got a cherry-picked bucket. It was blocked. Baba Miller, nice rejection out of the scrum off the jump ball. Sacktown thought they had an easy one. Still Kings ball. That's what Miller has to do. You heard it at the half. But the little things, be scrappy, and then also be a good connector out there, a good passer. And he made a couple of very nice passes early on in the first quarter that I was impressed by. Sean Padula's back out there as Wildler's on the bench, throws a bounce pass inside to Omier, who draws the foul. I don't know why Sacramento was contesting that. It was obvious. Maybe they don't feel like it was. Padula just split the defense with that pass. What do we got in here? You guys like Baba? The wedgie, Baba Slender Man. Yeah, Keaton Wagler. It's going to take more time with him. It is. It's not going to be instant like some of these guys. Just add water. Sean Padula had one rim in and out, but Sanders grabs the rebound, brings it back out. Like they're playing in the half court to reset it. Sean had another opportunity, pump fakes, gets inside the three-point line, misses the jumper. This is just that's summer league. Guys are playing hard. They're not playing together. That's okay. This is what you get in these settings. They haven't practiced together much at all. A little bit surprised as Padula just threw it into the first row over the top of Baba Miller, which is not easy to do on that pass, but a little bit surprised. Wagler has gone out very early to start the first quarter, to start the third quarter as well. Clippers trailing by 7, 6 minutes left here in the third. Acuff still on the floor. Padula on him. Gets the switch. Doesn't like it. It's Kobe Sanders now. Have appreciated the defense from Keaton Wagler. Even though one time I thought he was the one that got the steal on Acuff, and actually it was Kobe Sanders. Yeah, the hair and the small TV in this room makes it tough. 5:53 left. Timeout. Back to the chat. Martinelli time? Yeah, it is time. Draco said it's an annoying watch. Oh my God. Why are people crashing out like this? Like there's no need for this. There's no need to overreact. It's Summer League. Relax. My goodness. Have you not watched Summer League before? Are you a Summer League casual? Omier at center because well, he's got some physicality to him. He's a really good rebounder at 6'7". That'd be why. Yeah, I agree with the comp to Allen Iverson for Acuff. I was saying that. I went from Wagler to Acuff to Mikal Brown Jr. That's where I ended up in my draft evaluation. They took Wagler. We'll see what happens. Acuff looks smooth, in control. Also has played a couple of summer league games already outside of Vegas. Summer league selling my bet. Oh, come on. Come on. You're really doing that? You're betting on summer league? Are you really? You may have a problem. 5:53 left. Ooh. Scott Perry is talking on the mic. That's the president of basketball operations with Sacramento. I wonder if that means we'll get Lawrence Frank in the fourth quarter. Scott Perry in the third quarter. Although after what occurred earlier today, maybe that's not the case. Sanders still out there. Wagler still on the bench. It's like the same five here with Omier, Baba, Christie, Sanders, Sean Padula. Padula left wing three-pointer bottom. 56-52. Clippers shown by 4. 5:30 left. Padula's shot and confidence is great. Padula's problem is he's 6'1". In another era, he'd be fine. But you just get picked on too much now as Acuff forced a tough shot and may have kicked out his leg. What was that? Yeah, may have been an offensive foul. You guys will have to tell me. You get the superstar whistle. You start feeling like you can be a little bit more brazen out there. Kick your leg out like Reggie Miller. Draw a foul. At least try to get the defender off you. Sanders topside. Sanders hasn't been As Cam Christie takes a 3-pointer far side corner, can't get it. Omier with the rebound because that's what he does and draws a foul. Kobe Sanders, how many shots has he taken so far? He had the big dunk, but he's 2 of 6. Yeah, he started 16 games for the Clippers. He was integral to what they did. Acuff's at 14 points on 4 of 12 shooting. And I think a lot of those misses were with Wagler on him. And Wagler is back into the ball game. Look for Uno, number 1. It ain't James Harden anymore. Padula to Wagler. They got him off ball. Drives the closeout. Attacks. Puts it up. Draws the foul on the right block. They go to the free throw. 1 for 2 at the line. So they've mixed up when Wagler to start quarters and halves. He's been the one. And then when Padula comes in and Wagler comes back in, they got him playing off ball at the 2. Which, if he's playing next to Darius Garland, obviously that's where he'll be. He hits the free throw. He's up to 5 points now. Clippers trail by 2. 4:40 left here in the third quarter. I like that drive on the closeout from Wagler. Very instinctual there as he was in the near side corner, went baseline. Another foul. This game has been, I'm not going to say an eyesore. Nice summer league. They're giving him opportunities to play on ball, off ball. Oh, God. We're already bringing the plus minus into it. Is that what we're doing? Single game plus minus in Keaton Wagler's first game. Damian, he's been watching. Wagler on a cuff has given him a lot of problems. Nick Martinelli's in. Wearing number 12. Omier, Wagler, Padula, Sanders next to him. As Padula tried to go for a reverse layup and got rejected there. Ball out on Sacktown. My voice is a little bit rough. I'm talking a little bit today. I'll be talking a little bit tomorrow. Sanders, near side, corner 3, short. Battle for the board, and Wagler comes up with it. Okay, Keaton. That's the hustle winning play. Back out. Sanders this time, same result. And now, Keaton Wagler drew the foul underneath and may have initiated the contact here. I think you sold this one. I think Wagler just pulled out a veteran play. I do not know if that was a foul on Sacramento. I think they're contesting it. Although I don't think we have reviews. They're just showing their disdain. As head coach Doug Christie's in the building. Can we see that replay again? I swear Wagler sold that. Okay, they ended up calling the foul on Wagler. I got the sound off, and I thought it was, like, if anything, that was a foul on him. But I wasn't sure with the way the Clippers were helping him up. It looked initially like he somehow was able to get that drawn as a foul in his favor. Wagler now back with the basketball, brings it into the front court. Playing up tight on him as he gives it up to Sean Padula, sets a screen. Padula with the basketball, drives right, gets to the dotted line, loses it. It's summer league. 4 minutes left. Clippers trailing by 6 here in the third quarter. A-Cup is playing heavy minutes as they just got called for an offensive foul on a screen by Sacktown. You guys are saying Wagler's lack of athleticism shows already? I don't know. I've been kind of impressed with the way he moves his feet defensively against Acuff. That's athleticism. Are people crashing out? Are they freaking out in Summer League Game 1? I'm not. And who we got back into the ball game? The other G League teammates. Padula has it, drives the lane. Did he get charged? Block or a charge? Yeah, they called a blocking foul. Padula to the line. Damian saying the Wagler haters have no clue what they're talking about. Wagler can dunk. Oh, really? We're doing this? Fire whoever signed off on this? Y'all need to relax. Clippers down 4. 3.5 left, third quarter. Wagler, nice hedge to help out defensively, but it didn't help much. Kings with an easy dunk, 62-56. Padula with it, using the screen to his right, goes behind his back, between his legs, gives it up Kobe Sanders, top side, Sanders dribbling, into trouble, has to pick it up, back to Sean Padula, fires the right wing 3, short. And now there's a foul underneath the basket. Is that on the Clippers? I think so. We had a timeout, 2:57 left. Third quarter? No? Timeout? Let's keep the clock running, huh? Well, let's do that. Padula looks like a gymnast. Well, he's also 6'1". You may be surprised to learn that. How much taller some of these guys are. And you realize just because relative to the players that are out there. I don't know, they've been hiding Acuff all game. Like he was guarding Keaton Wagler in the first quarter. He's guarded Wagler plenty of times. Like nobody's hiding anybody in summer league. There's not as much scheming or game planning. It is research. It is gathering intel. Is finding out what you have. Keegan Wagler will be nice playing off the ball. He really can play both ends. Just got to get stronger. He does. Martinelli, I like him. I'm rooting for him. But when you're in that 6'7" range and you're not a great athlete or a great shooter, we'll see. He had a nice floater early on. Padula's not a ball hog. He's initiating the offense as the point guard. They were not always doubling Wagler with Acuff on him. Damian is like a Wagler stan already and an Acuff hater. Padula has taken some shots. He's run some high pick and roll. Somebody just wants me to read this. I'll read it. Adam, you sad we might not get Grady Dick? Oh, is that not how you wanted me to read this? We'll see what happens with that trade. Check the live section. Did 2 shows on the currently suspended Kawhi Leonard trade. Wagler into the front court, 2:51 left here in the third quarter. Lose the basketball, regains his dribble, goes topside to Christie. I don't know who 34 was from Sacramento, but he was giving Wagler a tough time as he caught him on a back cut there, though. Nice pass from Cam Christie, but ball goes out of bounds off the Clippers. I like the intent there from Keaton Wagler going back door on the baseline. Like that, immediately going into that action, immediately going into attacking that closeout earlier. Those were quick processing plays. His man was playing so far up on him that he tried a backdoor cut, and that play probably should have been completed there. Nick Martinelli, some good defense baseline, and Sacramento just has to throw it off of him, and they'll reset. Sean Padula, I've seen Padula spelled 10 different ways in this chat. SG had Chris Paul too. Yes, he did. Sacktown gets an easy one. Now they lead by 10 with 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Christie left to right, far sideline. Ghost screen from Sanders. Gives it up to Martinelli, driving the lane. Martinelli, left-handed push shot, can't go. Can't get it to go. A battle for the board. And Sacktown's got it. I liked the passing there on that play. I just couldn't execute. I got a good look. Martinelli, a little lefty floater push shot. Sacktown heaves a tough three. Martinelli gets the rebound and gets his jersey pulled, and he's upset. He walks over to the player. Who was that? Martinelli wasn't having it. 32 for Sacramento, pulled on his jersey. All right, getting spicy. A little bit of frustration. I don't know if you want to shake up that Martinelli. It looked like he had some edge to him. He might have some bad intentions there. He wasn't playing. He immediately. Oh, you don't tug on Superman's cape. Come on now. Martinelli ends up going to the free throw line out of all this. Loose ball foul on Sacramento. Justified. Hit it, Martinelli. In and out. At free throw, he looked at, I'm not that familiar with this form. I saw one earlier, but he looked a little bit off rhythm at the free throw line as that went in and out. Kings up by 12, 1:23 left. Wagler pushing into the front court now. Front court with some pace. Gives it up near side corner to Christie. Attacks the lane, draws the foul as he was trying to get the push shot to go. Got rejected, but got a little bit of his arm as well. Okay, here's what we're not doing. This is a clear timeout. Anybody that says Keaton Wagler's a bust off of 15 minutes of summer league, relax. I tried to temper expectations. I tried to tell you what summer league is, and you can't put everything into it, especially for a guy who just turned 19. Let's ease up. Give the young man some time here and see what materializes. I'm not shocked by this performance so far. He's played multiple positions in his first summer league game. Yeah, it's probably going a little bit fast for him. But most part, he's taking care of the basketball. He's made some high IQ basketball plays. The backdoor cut he tried, the closeout as Christie is on the floor. It looked like he had his bell rung a little bit as he winces. Checks his right elbow, looks to be okay. Christie to the line. Clippers down by 14. The one thing you would like in summer league is a close game in the last 5 minutes. Those are big time teachable moments. And the Clippers have been good the last couple of years in summer league. But right now, trailing by as Christie hits the free throw. 12. 52 seconds left here in the third quarter. Wagler's defense, he went under that screen, but it's probably from way far out. Oh my goodness. Kings almost had a crazy alley-oop. Wagler with it straight away. Gets past his defender, now loses the basketball. Had it ripped from him, a little bit out of control going down the right alley. Wagler gonna have to get that one back. Broadcasters jinx, because I talked about taking care of the basketball, and now you've done a pretty good job with that so far. Not that it's not going to be, a social media highlight fest from this Clippers game so far in game one of Summer League. Clippers into the front court. Christie hoists at the buzzer, off the front rim and out. Clippers down 70-58, heading into the fourth. 10 minutes left in this one. Wagler still at 5 points, but that was his first turnover. See, I don't know about this. That makes Kennard. Wagler cannot keep the ball. It's like, well, he has one turnover. He hasn't been a turnover machine. There are going to be some turnovers in Summer League, especially. Usually how it goes. Clippers at 15. Sacramento at 11. That is not having the familiarity built up between teammates. Rick said Sacramento was so physical for no reason. That's kind of funny. Quentin saying Wagler isn't starting over Matherin and shooting guard. Matherin is currently well, he has a cap hold, so I guess he's a Clipper. But we don't know if he's going to be with the Clippers. I hope he is. Restricted free agent. Sacramento is fouling left and right. Time to punch back. Sacramento, they want to have a play hard, blue collar mentality. I've been listening to some interviews with them leading up to this, and because I'm from Sacramento, I'm just paying attention a little bit. Brish said, I'm tired of this potential. Well, it's Summer League. We're going to be talking a lot about guys' potential and what they could be eventually, because if their potential was already realized, they wouldn't be in Summer League playing. Some people saying Wagler looking like Shamet 2.0. People saying Wagler is not starting no matter what. I know that. We shall see. It's Champadula.
Stop thinking. Like, just go out there and play basketball. Yeah, like, I'm saying is just basketball. Stop thinking. Shock about that.
Wagler still out there. Baba Miller, Martinelli, Cam Christie, and they're able to get Sacramento to turn it over on their first possession of the fourth quarter. Fletcher Lawyer also out there. Wagler's still playing off ball, even with Padula off or on the bench currently. Nice pass inside to Baba. Baba should have went up with that. He kicked it back out to Lawyer, who got the floater to go. All's well that ends well, but Baba Miller had an opening there off a great feed from Wagler with about 9:25 left. That's the passing you want to see. Wagler to Baba. Christie's running point. Wagler playing off of him. Foul underneath. Martinelli getting scrappy. He and a King fell to the floor. Foul in Sacramento. We really doing this. Wagler is a bust. I told you. You start off with that stuff right away. It's a clear-cut timeout. Damien's team Wagler, as we all should be as Clippers fans. I wonder how much of this fourth quarter he's about to play. All right. Kings basketball up by 10, 9 minutes left. Wagler, nice job fighting through a screen there. Get back out to your man. Okay, he does. He's on 34. Got lost for a second. Recovered. King's an easy one on the right block. Now Wagler will bring it in as the inbounder was Christie. Wagler across midcourt. Having trouble, lose the basketball, wanted the foul, eventually got the foul. Wagler's a little bit frustrated now. He just looked flustered there. It's just a different level of physicality. Now he's smiling now. That's what it's going to be. When you're used to dominating and being the number one guy, it can be a humbling experience here. Play through it, young man. You're fine. Keep the confidence up. Cam Christie's step-through move threw the ball over the top of the backboard, but drew a foul. Some of the fouls that are being called and not called are just... It's Summer League for everyone. They're letting them play at times. Other times they're calling it tight. I mean, anyone that thinks because of how someone's playing in Summer League, Kings have a team, we don't appear to be one, you may be putting a little bit too much into this. Clippers down by 10. 8:20 left. When will they bring Acuff back into the game? Wagler's still out there. Nice switch defensively from him. King's little backdoor cut on Nick Martinelli. Got caught there. Another easy one for Sacramento on the two-handed slam. 12 minutes left. 12-point game, 8 minutes left. Martinelli bounce pass inside the Lawyer. Oh, little rip-through move. Kind of what does Spider call it? The little windmill dribble. The D Wade. He got an easy 2-pointer out of it, and Sacramento comes back the other way. 22 is bodying us right now. We don't have like a traditional big, it looks like, on this summer league roster. Bubba Miller's gonna have to step up along with Omer. Wagler, right wing, 3-ball, in and out. Sacktown with the rebound. 76-64 Kings, 7:20 left here in the fourth. Guess the next time out, Acuff returns as the Kings are just driving, kicking them to death. And do we have an injury here? Oh, Sacramento has a player down, number 34. Hope he's all right. Grabbing the right calf a little bit. Come on, be okay. Last thing you want to see his teammates stretching him out. I hope that means he's okay. He just cramped up. We can afford the training staff for summer league, I think. Nice Wagler shot. Okay. I'm glad he shot and had the confidence to take that shot. His decision making has been good overall. But there's process and there's results, and it's just game one of summer league as Acuff comes in. 7:13 left. Sacktown up by 14 at 78-64. Padula back. I think Wagler just hit the bench. Did he? Yes, he did. I'm guessing he'll come back in 2 minutes here. Maybe still be off ball. Lawyer 44. Still impressed by that bucket he had a minute and a half ago. Clippers inbounding near sideline. I am getting FOMO. I wish I was a summer league. Baba Miller. Deshaun Padula turns the corner. Back out. Martinelli, 3-pointer short, and he knew it right away, but there's a foul underneath on 32 of Sacramento on Miller. Looks like Baba bowing for the board, drew a foul. What a nice kick out by Padula. Timeout on the floor. 78-64, Sacramento, 6:54 left here in the fourth quarter. Baba's passing. I want to see more. I'd like to see the ball in his hands a little bit more from a playmaking aspect, because he had 2 really nice passes in the first quarter. And unfortunately, the Clippers weren't able to do anything out of. Okay, who is 32? Is that Rick Mahorn? What was that? That shove in the back. These guys are fighting for their lives out there. They're fighting for their basketball lives. But that was a clear foul. There isn't a single thing Wagler's good at. His defense on Acuff has been good. He's made his first assist came off that 3-ball from Omer. That was a nice read. He just had another read a few minutes ago. The pass out of the double team was a nice read. The backdoor cut he had that should have been converted. A miscommunication there. And then beating his man off the dribble. All things I've liked. And the fact that he's not hesitant to shoot it, even though he's not having a great game so far. I'm hoping if this time out he gets back in and plays the rest of this one. It is the least shocking thing ever that 90% of the chat is freaking out and going straight doomer after game one of Summer League with a 19-year-old. I know he's 1 of 6. I know his plus minus has not been great. I don't put everything into 1 game plus minus, let alone in Summer League. 78-64. Are they checking on a flagrant there, I'm guessing? Did they reverse that call? Hey, wherever the Clippers. Okay. It's not just you, Doris. I'm guessing it was probably the best they were going to get since he has an extension coming up and they don't want to pay him that. And then he would ask out, and therefore they'd probably get even less. If they're trading with Philadelphia, that probably means that's the best deal they were going to get. What is a 5-second call? What just happened? The officials are wild in here. She ain't wrong. It's a crazy trade that I'm still digesting, but I do see the logic from Boston considering how much he's being paid and he wants an extension that is due, or he's extension eligible this month, Jaylen Brown. All right. A-Cuff's back in the ball game. Top side 16-footer can't get it to go. Back out to him. 3-point shot. This time, different result. And that could be the dagger. 81-65 with 6:33 left as the Clippers almost lose the basketball getting into the front court. Padula, kick out, extra pass. Kobe Sanders attacks, right-handed scoop shot, got it to go. There's the urgency you need to see. Down by 14 with 6 minutes left here in the fourth. All right, some nice read there by Kobe Sanders getting into attack mode as Baba Miller unfortunately gives up a layup from A-Cuff now, who went right. Almost had the block. Here comes Baba the other way, and there's the easy dunk. And Sacramento, well, they knew they had a man back with A-Cuff on the floor, I think, on that layup that he got to go on Miller. Speaking of A-Cuff, dribbling through the defense, and now he has it taken away. Padula with the steal. Now ricochets off of A-Cuff into the backcourt, and he comes up with it for Sacramento. Comedy of errors here in Summer League. 5.5 minutes left. Sacramento up 83-69. A-Cuff wants to go to work against Lawyer. Step back, three-pointer, left wing. Doesn't get it to go, rims it in and out. And Martinelli secures the board. Martinelli up ahead. Sanders, Miller, three-pointer, far side, corner three, Baba Miller. Bottom. He had some confidence with that look. All right, he got that dunk in traffic. Now he hits a three-pointer. I'm here for it. Sacramento, another turnover. Miller comes up with it. Miller, Padula three-pointer blocked at the top of the arc there, but Martinelli picks it up and floats it in. Clippers playing with urgency, 83-74, 9-point game, 4:50 left. Hashtag comeback Clips. Could be that type of night. Is Wagler going to come back into the ball game here? I know everybody wants to win. Can we get a win and good process? And to get, here, number 5 pick in the draft, a little bit more run as A-Cuff missed a three on the left wing. Lawyer with the rebound. Martinelli with it now, above the left elbow. Wants to back down his man, gets into the mid-post. Left-handed push shot, can't get it. Rebounded by Sacramento. 83-74 with 4:14 left. Well, why not win? If you're going to play, you might as well win. At least go for it here. They got to get a stop and do. Sacramento is a tough runner, is missed on the right side. And here comes Lawyer from three on the right wing. Back at him in transition. 83-77. Clippers within 6, 4-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Clippers 10-0 run in the last 2:07. And you're listening to the Los Angeles Clippers audio network. No, you know what, Lawyer? We got a good look at his three ball there. Playing at Purdue, shot 41% in his 4 years. Showing some excitement. I don't know if A-Cuff ain't no NBA shooter. He's a college shooter. I wouldn't say that. What is this A-Cuff bashing already? When did this rivalry start? Lawyer is him. Lawyer up. Martinelli giving me Joe Ingles vibes. I could see that a little bit with his look and profile. What is this hate from James Money? Chat's getting live now. Are you guys killing A-Cup because he's 6 for 18? I mean, we got some guys who aren't shooting it that well. Clippers are at 34% as a team. It's okay. I prefer rooting for the young guys. I'm not saying I'm rooting for A-Cup right now. I'd like him to miss every shot the rest of the way, but if we're going to grade him that toughly, we got to do it with our guys then too, right? To be fair. I'm hoping Wagler comes back in last 4 minutes and turns the night around. Come on, Keaton. The rivalry started draft day, Adam. Wagler versus A-Cup. Shampadula is 6 abs guy. Oh, look at the swell. The swell is rowing right now with thunder sticks. Canoes up. 3:47, 6 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Far side corner 3, Sacktown. I don't know who hit it, but they got it. That might be the kill shot. Clippers trailing by 9. 3:35 left. Wagler back in the ball game. Finds Sanders. Sanders at the right wing almost falls into the front row. Now gathers himself, puts the ball through his legs, doubles there for a second, back to Lawyer. Lawyer looking for a 3, instead pass inside. Bob Miller for the two-handed dunk, who has come alive over the last couple of minutes here. Miller looked good ever since he had that dunk where he kind of just diced through the defense as they were in transition a little bit and had a 5-on-4. Then he hit the three-pointer. Now that nice pass. Lawyer had an open three-pointer and found him on the interior. Good to see. Unselfish play as he just hit a three-pointer. So 7-point game, 3:05 left. We got a foul on Sanders. People just keep saying 6 for 18 in here. Are there Sacramento fans? Who are you opposing? 3:05 left. Clippers within 7. Christie, Martinelli, Sanders, Miller, and Wagler on the floor. A-Cuff on the other side as the Kings have the basketball. Who is number 34? Step back over Wagler. Doesn't get it to go. Wagler's defense was good again. Ball out on Sacramento. Clippers basketball trailing by 7. 2:49 left. I don't know. Wagler's defense has been the most impressive part of his game tonight. Chuck the Condors in attendance. I'm very jealous of being there. Is that Emmanuel Sharp on the Kings? Yes. Out of Houston. Pick 45. Oh, Stratos. How dare you? I'd rather be 6 for 18 than 1 of 6 in this game. That's a shot. If Wagler has this much juice on defense, I'm less concerned about lack of athleticism on offense. I think what that is telling you is he just has his own tempo on offense, which is a great sign. You could see if you think it's slow because it has to be slow because that's all he has. I think what his defense is telling you is no, he has more juice than that. He just plays at his pace. That's what he's comfortable at. Not sped up. I'm fine with that. A-Cuff haters in here. Maybe we'll take your phone calls. 877-520-1150. 877-520-1150. Do a little bit of a post-game show. 2:49 left. Clippers down 7 at 86-79 Kings. I do want to see how they execute down the stretch. This is why he wanted the game to tighten up a little bit. These are the most important and somewhat telling moments. As telling as something can get in a summer league game. But I'm not reading too much into anything. I just want to see some good execution here. Clippers basketball. Sanders tries to get into Wagler. Instead goes Cam Christie. Christie will bring it in left to right, near sideline. Gets a screen from Wagler. Christie with it, top side. Looks Wagler's way and now bounce pass to him. K-Dub with it. Screen from Miller. The double comes. Back to his left. Sanders, left wing, three-pointer, short. Sacramento with the rebound. Oh, ball taken away by Martinelli, but he stepped out of bounds. He thought he had the steal on the outlet pass by Sacramento, but unfortunately foot on the line. 86-79, 2:27 left here in the fourth quarter. Clippers thought they had the turnover, created one on Sacramento, not to be, and now it's Acuff working against Cam Christie. Crossover dribble, driving down the right alley, gets the scoop layup, but it falls short. Cam Christie with the rebound, and the Clippers are playing with pace now. Up ahead, Sanders drives the lane, kicks it to Martinelli, puts it on the floor, puts it up, draws the foul, couldn't get the shot to go, head to the free throw line. 1 for 2 as we're in summer league mode. 2:07 left. 86-79. Martinelli at the line. Clippers down by 7. Here we go. These refs, my God. Frankie's calling it. Ball game. Overreactions to summer league are hilarious. Clippers down by 5. 2:07 left. Martinelli gets the 2-point free throw to go. Sanders picks up Acuff this time. The double comes with Miller. They pass it around the perimeter. 34, who we say his name was? It's 34 for now. Offensive foul? Martinelli? I think he was moving his feet. Arenega's challenging Martinelli. Let's see. Does he beat him to the spot? I think he did. 34 hit him in the chops with an elbow. All right, Clippers challenged on the call. This is what I'm talking about. You're getting some real minutes now. Game slows down a little bit. Hopefully less turnovers. A-Fish saying that was a charge. I think there is overtime in Summer League. It's like, don't they play first to 5 or something? I want to say. Maybe not. I feel like that's happened. Kobe taking that next step. Rish is definitely dooming. Damian is picking on Acuff. Seems harsh. I don't want them picking on our guys. It's Acuff versus Wagler, I guess. That's what it's about. Sudden death. With what, a jump ball to start overtime? That Mexican R is glad we signed Baba Miller. Kings ball. The free throws do change in the last 2 minutes where it goes back to normal status quo free throw rules. Thank goodness. I see Cooper there and Justine there. A lot of FaceTime you can get at Summer League on TV. 86-81, Clippers down by 5, 151 left. Kings will inbound on the far sideline. Acuff, the trigger man, has Baba Miller in front of him with that 7'5" wingspan. Taken away. No. Another whistle. What was the call? Foul on the inbounds play by Wagler. Now regular free throws. It looks like NBA basketball a little bit more. Cam Christie is now 20. So still young, yes. But year 3, as they missed the first of 2, Sacramento. Clippers still down by 5. Year 3 needs to be that leap year. Lawrence Frank has talked about it with young guys before. Jonathan Mogbo hits the second, 6-point game, 151 left. Wagler into the front court. Left to right on the near sideline, Acuff waiting for him. Pass to Miller, top side, uses a right elbow, no offensive foul. Now it's a handoff to Sanders. Now there is a foul, and it's on Sacramento fouling Baba Miller on the left elbow. I don't know how Miller got away with that right elbow because he was clearing off some space. I got to be honest with you. Yeah, it looked like it could have been an offensive foul. So Miller's to the line. What's the play? Yeah. Baba Miller to the line. Yes, first overtime is a 2-minute period. Second overtime is sudden death. There's your overtime rules that just popped up on the screen. Obviously, I didn't know it. Miller with the first of 2, straight down the strings. Clippers trying to make a comeback. Hashtag comeback clips even in summer league. We got a 5-point game here. 140 left. Can Miller bring them to 4? 87-82 Sacramento. Miller spins the ball in his right hand, releases in and out. Remains a 5-point game. Here's Acuff. Sanders on him, hounding him into the front court. The double comes, but it's not a good one as Acuff breaks it, but has a shot blocked by Baba Miller. Woo! Ball goes out of bounds on the far side baseline. Should remain with Sacramento. I like seeing that. Minute 29 left. Kings ball. Acuff, the trigger man. Looking for a teammate. Throws it over the defense. Barely gets it in. Dangerous pass. 34 left wing 3-pointer. Short. But there's a foul. Oh my goodness. Baba Miller. A foul on the closeout on Sharp. Or was it Martinelli? Yeah. We lost the challenge. That was an offensive foul. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. An offensive foul from a 3-point shooter, but not with their legs. Kings up by 6. Minute 24 left. I like what we're seeing from Baba Miller. Potentials. Oh, Sacramento, Sharp, not so sharp on the second. Still a 6-point game. Minute 24 left. 88-82. Damian said 6 for 20 for Acuff. 7-point game is Sharp. Goes 2 for 3. Wagler, near sideline. Acuff on him. Fights over a screen. Fights over another. Wagler top side to Christie. Christie with it. Ooh, try to pass. Quick pass inside of Baba Miller, who's the roller. Gets kicked off a leg of the Sacramento Kings. Clippers ball. Near side baseline, I believe. 113 left. 7-point game. Summer League drama. No, they'll inbound on the near sideline. Kobe Sanders, the inbounder. Sanders looking for a teammate, finds Miller. Miller with it, top of the arc. Gets it to Martinelli, drives, puts it up, a little bit short. Oh, another foul. Martinelli, if anything, how many free throws has he taken in this game? It says 5. But with these things counting for more than 1, it feels like more. Because he's only made 2 shots, but he's got 10 points. Martinelli a chance to bring it to within 5. Misses the first. Oh. 108 left. He's now 3 of 6 at the charity stripe. 89-82. Martinelli hits the second with ease this time, finds the range. 89-83. 1 minute left. Sacramento with the basketball. Nate Clifford with it to Acuff. They've been featuring him heavily, especially down the stretch here. The double comes to get out of his hands. Pass far side, out of bounds as Sacramento turns it over. Stifling defense from the Clippers there. multiple doubles leading to a turnover as the Kings were looking for a baseline cutter. Instead, it went out of bounds on the far side baseline. Clippers ball down by 6, 50 seconds left. Wagler with it. Touches the Summer League logo at half court. A-cuff on him. They try to trap. He brings it back out to Martinelli. Martinelli drives. Left-handed, awkward hook shot. Can't get it to go. Thought there was a foul. Sacramento with the rebound and the lead. 6-point game. 33 seconds left. A-cuff with the basketball. Sanders on him. Late double blitz by Martinelli. Doesn't get there. Another turnover by the Kings anyways. As Sacramento has fallen apart down the stretch here, not being able to execute their offense out of these double teams from the Clippers. Kings looking like they saw a ghost. 89-83, 25 seconds left. Clippers basketball. Got to get to work early here. Here's Wagler. Near sideline. Wagler. Crossover move. Drives right. Wagler. Kick out. Sanders. Left wing. Three-pointer. Short, and Wagler drew the foul underneath anyways. Okay, that was a nice move by Keaton. While he's tired and gassed, and there's 17 seconds left, and he's heading to the line, that little hesitation crossover move, that's part of his bread and butter. Talked about the spin move in the first half. That's what he likes to go to. Kind of keeps the defense a little bit off balance as he hits the first of two to make it a 5-point game at 89-84 with just his handle and that rhythm to his dribble. Kind of offbeat with it. Keeps the defenders off of him. Wagler up to 6 points. Second of two. Ice in his veins. 89-85, 4-point game, 17.7 seconds left. Can Sacramento inbound the basketball as the Clippers have the press on? Looks like it'll be a timeout. Doug Christie's crew. Is that what they call a foul? Oh. Kobe Sanders fouled before the inbound. Shot in the ball. Sanders. He's contesting it. He doesn't think he fouled. Oh, that's brutal. A-cuff long with the free throw, though. Didn't look very confident. Just threw it up as soon as he got the ball from the official. So it remains a 4-point game. We'll do it again. 17.7 seconds left. Come on now. Let's see if the Clippers got another steal in them. Bava Miller defending the inbound man. They get it into Clifford. Clifford being trapped. Up ahead. Sharp with it now into the front court. Spins away, but fouled by Wagler intentionally. 89-85, 11.6 seconds left. Sharp to the free throw line for two. And now the Clippers are going to need a few more misses and a miracle to get back into this one. People hating on Keaton Wagler after those two clutch free throws. How dare you? Emmanuel Sharp, 4 of 10, 19 points. Hits the first. 90-85. Sacramento by 5. Could make it a 2-possession game here. Clippers still have a timeout remaining. Let's see if they take it. As he gets the friendly roll on the second free throw. 11.6 left. Martinelli will inbound it. Finds Christie. Clippers down by 6. 10 seconds left. Christie up ahead. Wagler with it. Fires right wing. 3-pointer. Had to have it. Couldn't get it. It was short. Sacramento with the rebound. And that will be that. Well, not the debut he wanted, but you got to get it out of your system. At least he hit the 2 free throws at the end. 877-520-1150. If you want to get on, we can do a little post-game Clippers talk as they fall in Summer League game number 1, 91-85 to the Sacramento Kings. Keaton Wagler just 1 of 7, 1 of 5 from the outside. 7 points, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 5 personal fouls in a game where you get 10 of them. Well, the game's going to slow down, and hopefully it does by their next outing against Utah on Sunday night, I believe. Do they post the Summer League schedule anywhere? Do they? Because I need one right now. I know Clippers social media is all over it. People are high on their 6'11" Swiss Army knife, and that would be Baba Miller. As soon as he got that dunk where they had a 5-on-4 with Acuff still back, it got him going. He had a three-pointer after that with confidence in the far side corner. He then got another easy one near the basket. But it really unlocked things for him, and he finished with 12 points and 3 blocks, had a big one on Acuff late in this game. But the passing early on, I do want to highlight in the first quarter from Baba, the 6:45 mark, he had a pass to Norchad Omir that didn't get converted, but it was a great read, a great feed. And then he had another pass, I think, at the 5:30 mark of the first quarter. Wagler, he had his first bucket, a three-pointer, topside, early in the second, I want to say. Sign of things to come, but just never found the rhythm or tempo in this ball game. But Baba Miller looked good. Now, just like I said beforehand, I'm not putting everything into Summer League performances, and neither should you if you have a memory of how Summer League games have gone in the past and who has shown out and who hasn't and how much that really translates to the next level or not. It's not everything. I thought Nick Martinelli had his moments, had a floater early on, battled, fought, missed some free throws, but still finished with 11 points, did have 3 turnovers. Shampadula, 1 of 8, but was a plus 10 out there and had 11 points. If you love the plus minus, you might be into that. Norchad Omir, 1 of 5. I mean, the Clippers shot 33% as a team. You go through some of these shooting numbers, and it's ugly. Cam Christie led them, though, with 15 points, had 11 in the first half. Cam Christie, he and Kobe Sanders, who made an inexplicable error there, fouling before the inbounds pass, giving Acuff a free throw or an extra free throw there with the ball, and he wasn't able to convert it, but that was a little bit surprising from Sanders. I guess he thought there wasn't that much contact. He did have 4 steals. Had a rip on Acuff where I thought it was Keaton Wagler. Wagler's defense to me and his movement on that end was encouraging. Shots come and go. He still made some really good reads. He got Omir a three-pointer. And another read that wasn't converted. But I'm not going to overreact and be like some people in here. Like this guy, Mr. I don't even know how you pronounce it. Dubas. If the Clippers won this game by 50, I wouldn't overreact. So losing late and Keaton Wagler having an off shooting night of 1 of 7, I'm definitely not going to react. Wow, people saying trade Wagler in here. Come on, guys. I hope you keep that, let the apology be as loud as the disrespect was. I keep receipts around here. I do. Stars have been bad in Summer League games. Yes, many, many times. It is not everything. And G Leaguers have been good in Summer League games and didn't squash a grape at the NBA level. So if you're putting a lot into the first Summer League game, I would advise against that. Please. No knee-jerk reactions. No overreactions here. It's going to be okay. If Keaton Wagler next time out has 15 points and 5 assists, are the same people going to be saying this stuff? Wagler was playing 2 different positions. He turned 19 4 months ago. Let the game come to him. Let him figure it out. Not the end of the world. Acuff went 6 of 20 to get to his 19 points. It's okay. These things happen in summer league. They happen for young players at the league, in the big leagues. I'm not going to put everything into what I saw from Baba Miller on one end and say, well, he's going to be a Hall of Famer after what we just saw. And I'm not going to say Keaton Wagler is going to be a bust because of what we just saw. Neither of those things are likely true. I did like Baba Miller, though, and just his processing, and obviously a 4-year college guy. A couple of passes early on I liked, and then when he got inserted really into the offense and became more of a focal point in the fourth quarter, that was good to see. That three-pointer he hit, he shot with confidence. Could tell he knew that was going down immediately. So some good, some bad, but it's summer league, so there's just not a lot of takeaways. No one is going to be defined by what happens in summer league, guys. I'm here to tell you that. I've watched too many of these games. All right. It's almost 10:30. I think I'm good. There should be some post-game quotes coming out. I'll probably do this again on Sunday. If you need any of the Kawhi trade suspension stuff, it's in the live section. Bob Murray came on earlier too. I can't take all the doomers in here. Very, very unserious. You put this much in the summer league, you're going to have a rough time. All right. Everybody be good. I'm at a Muslim. This was a Clippers Talk Summer League watch party.